Hey everybody, welcome back to Lowe's Comics Collectibles, and this week we will be checking out the AEW Unrivaled series, Hikaru Shida. So let's get her cracked open and get a look at it. We got her out, guys. Let's pop it out of the figure cam and check this thing out. Alright everybody, so we got her out of the packaging. Let's take a closer look at the Hikaru Shida figure itself. You can see you got a pretty good likeness right there. We'll pull a picture up on screen to sort of go over that. So you can compare the face sculpt. Unfortunately, she does have the hair in the front, which doesn't really impede the head movement all that much. But if you, depending on which way you're going, you know, it's a little bit of a problem. But at least it's flexible enough to get out of the way, because I think sometimes figures just outright have like the hard hair there, and it can really mess with the articulation. Yeah, up and down about that much. You saw the side to side, and then we get into this is the thing that is different about the Jazzwares figures, because this is my first AEW figure that I've opened. They've got the ratchet joints, which I don't know if it'll come across on the microphone, but that way it holds the arm in position, which is really cool, because as someone who's been into figures for a while, especially when I was younger as a kid, like having loose joints where like you'd put the arm up there and it'd just slouch. I like having that little bit of reassurance in the arm. It has the bicep swivel, which this one seems to be fairly tight. On some of the figures, some people say the bicep swivel gets a little weak. You got a double jointed elbow, which I do not believe the WWE Elites have. If I'm wrong on that, correct me. I think double joints is usually for the Ultimates, so she can do that and pretty far the other way. I'm not going to force it because that might break it, but you get them after. The wrists don't have quite the same level of articulation, and this is in the Unrivaled set. Hold on, let me get the box. Yeah, Unrivaled set. So, from my research, the difference is the Unrivaled set seems to be a mixture of like Mattel Basics meets Elites, because they've got more posability, but usually don't get extra hands, which I've heard some people say these hands are too open, so sometimes they have trouble holding certain things. Whereas the Unmatched, the silver card, you get more hands and hands articulation and head, so it's a little bit more like an Ultimate, I guess. But anyway, moving on, the torso movement, she's got that little bit in the upper bit, about that far back, that far forward. But then, I mean, that's a pretty good compared to most things. A little bit of an ab crunch. The legs have the thigh swivel, so that's cool. And then you have the down here the double jointed knees, so she can get her knee pretty far back, and you might be able to finagle with that little bit of a knee pad, a little bit to get, yeah. So if you slide the knee pad up, you can get that pretty far back. And it has up, down, and some rotation on the ankle. So overall, like, I really like the articulation, and she's on a ball joint on the hip. So sorry guys, I'm trying a new setup. I got a new phone, so I'm trying to record higher quality, but I might have to go a different way. So if this is a little up close, I'm sorry. Deal with it for a bit, because I'm experimenting. We'll get better. Go about that high, but I really like the figure, because this is since I'm not as exposed to international wrestling, my first experience with Hikaru Shida was this outfit when she first came to AEW. I like it. I like the red with the purple trim, the black arm warmers, and the cool looking gloves. For some reason in my head I didn't think she fought with the skirt on, but evidently she does, so that's part of the outfit. But I think if you really wanted to, you could take it off and maybe not. Maybe you can't take it off. I'm not sure, but got the red tights. I like the cool work on the knee pads because it's a different style of knee pad, very stylized. I guess that's a leg sleeve, and then the boots or the wraps, the little gold detail in there. And then the little hits of detail here and there on the skirt. Just things that pop it out because sometimes, I mean, they're not deal breakers, but you'll notice them on other figures where a thing here or there got cost cut. But overall, I'm really happy with the figure. Like I said, I think likeness looks like her. Probably someone that I'd like to see have another figure because she sort of changed her look up a little bit. For scale wise, and this might be. Let me see if I can back the camera up a little bit more here, guys. There we go. That's a bit better. Maybe we should have started there. But looked up online. She is supposed to be around 5'5". So I'm going to scoot her down just a smidgen. I'll put them equal feet to feet. And it says that Kairi is around 5'1". So for those of you who are super sticklers about scale, I'm going to switch sides because the out elbow on this one is not helping. But see, they're about the... So, yeah, she just a good bit taller than her. So, Kairi, like I said, is 5'1". She does build at 5'5". So, the scale doesn't seem too bad. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. Now, I'm sure some people that are super duper finicky about their scaling, there's probably some stuff that's off, and the outfit itself probably isn't 100% accurate. But I'm really happy with it, and I'm very happy with my first Jazzwares figure. I like the ratchets. Now, granted, I guess the double elbows and stuff, it doesn't exactly look superhuman through there, but for it to be able to, I don't know, do some elaborate pose and actually hold it versus like if the arm was up here, it starts slouching. It's very, very cool. Granted, to get the shoulders to line back up, sometimes you have to do a little bit of finagling. And like I said, minor complaint is the hands because they don't have, I've heard, and I don't have any accessories around to like, well, I guess I do. Let's see. Let's say Kairi's got regular grip hands. Let's try her. Yeah, as you can see, then. So, yeah, it's not gonna. They're too open. So if you like set her up, she's gonna drop it. So that's a bit of. I mean, maybe it's not because you could heat up this hand if you wanted to and push it in a little bit. I'm not sure, but that's probably overall a minor complaint. And I'm sure there's ways where, like, if you really wanted to, for your photography, you could put a little bit of sticky tack in your hand and fix that issue. But, see, is there anything else I really want to say about it? I'm really kind of happy because this is more articulation than an Elite, except for in, like, the wrist, I think, and I think that's about it about the wrist because the Mattel Elites have a little slit here so you can go forward and back. I'm really happy with it, and I'm going to keep collecting them. And we've got a couple more coming in the on the show. I got to think of Dustin or Ray Phoenix and a Nyla Rose and the AEW stuff that'll be coming up sometime in the future. Anyway, guys, thanks for dealing with all the technical problems and it been a little janky as I'm getting back into this. Any feedback, I'd appreciate it. Follow us on all the social medias. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing written reviews moving forward. I might use the site for some more fig photography because I've been wanting to experiment with it and maybe try some stop motion. But we'll see where that goes. But always follow us on here and click the notification bell to know when we post another video. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.